In today's quick message, I want to talk about my favorite concept, idea, word, group of words, etc. that exists in the English language and probably every other translation in every other language, and that's this idea of cash flow. Your overall portfolio will fluctuate, especially if you're a cash flow investor. I have a friend who's got a fairly large real estate portfolio. He's got millions of dollars invested to get the same return that, sometimes my DeFi portfolio is a tenth as big, and it makes the same amount of cash flow with, arguably a lot less effort, a lot less, tenants and maintenance and property taxes to deal with. And I'm not saying real estate's not a great investment. All I'm saying is I make the same level, if not sometimes more, in cash flow than his entire real estate portfolio combines. Now, obviously, two different investment vehicles, and he's been building it up for 20 years. He's got some nice deep equity built into his kind of real world asset portfolio. But all I'm getting at is his portfolio fluctuates. Not as much as maybe a DeFi portfolio, but sometimes his properties are worth, $15 million. Sometimes they're 15.2, and through some seasons, his portfolio, drops a couple percent. In DeFi, we see a lot more fluctuations because the market overall is a smaller market, and prices swing a little more wildly. But here's my question to you: if, just for example, you were in a pool and it was made up of ETH. I don't know about you, but I have ETH pegged as a 10K asset. It'll be worth 10K. When? I don't know. I don't know about you, but I know that DeFi overall will be bigger than it is now. In 10 years, DeFi and crypto will be a bigger, space with more liquidity and a higher market cap. I don't know when, and I can't time all the seasons and cycles between now and 10 years, but I know it'll be bigger. Meaning, as long as I'm invested, my investment is going to be worth more in the future than it is now. And in the meantime, prices and portfolio valuations will swing wildly. Even in a bull market, you can see a 40% correction. But if I'm making cash flow the entire time, I'm in one position that's down around 22% overall, yet it's still making me a couple $100 per day in cash flow, and I just keep reinvesting it. And obviously there's projects and protocols, just jump into the UIG and ask if you don't know which ones these are, that auto compound for you. There's full range liquidity pools you can get into as well. And if your portfolio drops but you're making cash flow and you're reinvesting, what goes down must go up. And if we take a long-term approach to this and we're making cash flow and we're reinvesting that cash flow, especially when markets dip, to me, it's a no-brainer. We just get kind of oftentimes I'd say, all concerned about the short-term fluctuations and the short-term market outlooks and what the markets are doing today or this week instead of, hey, what are they doing over the next few years? And if I'm invested, my overall crypto portfolio performance over the last year and a half has run circles around every other investment I have. I'm talking to the tune of at least 5x, a lot of my investments 10x, 15x more. And yeah, not all years will be like that, but overall I am beating. I'm running circles around the traditional investor who's maybe just investing in index funds or, some stocks. So I wanted to bring our attention to cash flow. That is, to me, the name of the game. And how can you increase your cash flow and consistently increase your cash flow so you keep reinvesting and building your bag and getting the best of both worlds? With that said, I'll see you inside the UIG. If you haven't logged in for a while, log back in. Feel free to share your thoughts around any audio you consume, any audio experience. Let's start conversations around this stuff. And with that said, I'll see you there.